Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Starfinder Flip Tiles Space Station Starter Set. It's a bit of a mouthful, but this is something that I was super excited about the moment I saw that my local game store got this in stock. It was something that I was sort of unaware of, but as soon as I saw it, this was something that I knew I had to go out and get. The Pathfinder and Starfinder flip mats, so the maps that you can buy, the ready-made ones that are like the double-sided fold-out maps, are some of my favorite accessories that I've ever purchased. And this is essentially those, but it is a series of 6x6 tiles and not like the fold-out maps. So you can sort of configure this however you want. And so with starter sets, these are going to be some of your more generic locations or tiles, because the idea is that they also have expansion packs that they will be releasing that will provide sort of the more niche sort of areas, or the ones that are more eclectic or specific to certain environments. So yeah, this, like I said, this is something I was really looking forward to, and I can't wait to check this out with you guys. So we have here, contains 42 full color map tiles, and you can use wet erase, dry erase, or permanent markers on there. The permanent marker trick to get rid of the permanent marker on them is just to rub dry erase marker over top, let it set for 10 seconds, and wipe it off. I've never done it myself, but I have seen others use that method, and it works like crazy well. So there's a lot of versatility with what you can use on these tiles here. The US retail price was $34.99. And I paid, I think it was around $10 more Canadian, so I think I paid about $45 plus tax. And then the sides just have the name of the product here. And then on the back, it says, "Adventure down every corridor. Stage the scene for epic space fantasy battles with Starfinder Flip Tiles, Space Station Starter Set." This box collection of beautifully illustrated 6x6 map tiles provides tons of options for space station encounters, from corridor blaster battles to medical bay drama to chaos in the crew quarters. Inside, you'll find 42 richly crafted double-sided map tiles and 6 tab dividers to keep them organized. This starter set is only the first step. Flip Tiles expansion sets allow you to expand your space station both in size and with nearly endless variety. So stop your sketching and start your flipping today. Space Station Starter Set includes room tiles, corridor tiles, control rooms, medical lab, airlocks, and elevators. And on the side here, it gives you an example of just one of the many space station layouts you can build just with this set. And this map actually looks pretty cool, so there's a lot that you can sort of do with this. I'm really enjoying, like, I just love these tiles. I've never owned one of the starter sets before, though. The only other flip tile product that I have is a Pathfinder Forest Perils expansion, which are like burning trees or pit traps or stuff like that. So really interested to see the starter set here. So we'll just get this open. The lid is a bit tight on this one, but that's okay. And then on the sides here, we actually have a advertisement for the Starfinder City flip tile starter set, which isn't out yet, but it is coming out soon. So this is for like your cities settings. Same kind of concept, 42 double-sided 6x6 tiles, which is cool. Then you have the expansion. So supplement your Starfinder Flip Tile Starter Set with the expansion packs like Space Station Emergency and City Hazards, which add 24 full-color double-sided 6x6 tiles, so you get a pretty decent amount of extra stuff there as well. Then we just have an advertisement for the flip mats, which again, some of my favorite accessories of all time, and the Starfinder Alien Archive pawn set, so it gives you sort of an idea of some of the things that are included. So here we have the tiles themselves. We'll go over those in a moment, but we also have the dividers, so the tab dividers. So we have 6 of these in here, and the great thing about this is they are also done in the, oh, get it to focus. Sorry, the reflection of light can sort of affect it. Let's just tuck that in behind there. So with these, There we go. Come on. So with these, they're made out of the same material. So they have the coating on them that allows you to use dry erase, wet erase, or permanent markers. So this is a situation where permanent markers I think might work really well because you can take each one of these tabs and you can write on them exactly what they are, like even just on the top tab itself. And yeah, I think it's just, again, it's a cool inclusion that they didn't have to do. Like they could have just had the tiles and this would have been perfectly acceptable. But having the ability to organize them by, you know, sort of what they show on them, I think is a great step or a great inclusion. I'm not the best at that sort of stuff, so I probably won't utilize them for that. But I might do it based off of like expansions or things like that. But anyway, just again, a really cool inclusion. All right, so here we have the individual tiles. So I'm just going to sort of flip through these and we'll try to show the front and back before moving on. Like I said, a lot of these are going to be very generic or very simple, so I'm just kind of going to breeze through this relatively quickly here, but we have some corridors as well as sort of a large room that leads into some smaller areas you can use for like cargo or just about any other purpose you can think of. So again, we got another corridor. There's going to be a lot of the corridor ones, but that's the back side. And we got a corridor with some small rooms there, so that could be like a brig or again storage. A four-way intersection. Okay, and we got some more of those. So yeah, I mean, like I said, these are, I absolutely love these products in general. Like, I've purchased just about all of the Starfinder flip mats, and I've been building up a collection of the Pathfinder flip mats, and I'm always blown away by just how well designed they are. Just the aesthetics are very great, and again, you could just get so much inspiration just by sort of looking through through these tiles. So this one sort of has like a botanical little section there, and there's other ones that I think we'll use to cap them off as well. But it's just fun to go through and to just sort of look and get inspiration from some of these. And there is a space station flip mat out there, but it's sort of very confined to like a loading dock and sort of like an informational center, I believe, like an airlock or a docking bay in an informational section. But this could just, you can just expand around. And the other thing I love about the tile sets is that, you know, they're smaller. So if you have a smaller playing surface, you can use these tiles and they don't take up as much room as a fully folded out battle map. Another great thing about them as well is that they do show, if I can get it here, they do show the tile number as well as a letter to indicate whether it's side A or side B. So it's something else that can save you time as well, because you could just write, like just put out a grid, like just sketch out a grid and just put in the letters and numbers for the tiles so you know what the configuration is. So again, just awesome stuff. It can also be very helpful if you're only using like one or two tiles at a time, just based off of how much room you have to keep things consistent if they go from area to area. So again, just another nice little aspect that I like about it. So again, another four-way intersection, some more corners, rounded corners for things sort of like a power station or a computer terminal. There's, you know, again, a lot of stuff that you can do with those. Another informational center there. And then we have some ones that actually are sort of the outer edges of the space station, so you can see space in the background there. And even with the space, they, you know, put little design elements in there so that it's not just like black with a few white dots. They actually have some like gas clouds and stuff like that that really help sort of make that pop as well. So again, just nice touches that you don't think of or don't expect, but make a huge difference. We also have some elevators here and some storage areas, some with crates, more elevators, more computer terminals, sort of a workstation. another workstation sort of area there. So again, just so much. Like I said, I just love these. And then you got like an airlock that you can use. I think there's a few of the airlocks as well. So you have a little bit of variety. So for example, you can see sort of the differences in the areas around them. So this one has just the doors leading out there. This one has the ability to open up into various hallways. So again, there's going to be a variety. So you can use some of these similar tiles, but have completely different configurations and just slight variations that make them feel different, right? So again, that's great, especially if you want to run a lot of encounters in a space station area, which is another strength of these tiles over the flip mats, is that they're more customizable, so that you're not, even though you're using the same tiles over and over and over again, here you have sort of looks like an industrial area there, even though you're using the tiles over and over and over again, you can just keep arranging them in different ways so that they all feel different from one another. Even if you're using like the same four-way intersections in multiple space stations, it still feels different, right? So I think they did an excellent job with that. Some more workspaces, rounded corridors, and again, some of these areas again could be used for like crew quarters. Again, just awesome stuff there. So those are the Starfinder Space Station Flip Tile Starter Set, and I can't say enough good things about this. Like, this is an absolutely excellent product that Paizo just, again, they seem to be really good at making these things and just making them awesome. And when it comes to Paizo's accessories, they just continuously nail it out of the park, and this one is certainly no exception. I highly recommend it, especially if you use minis for your Starfinder games, or this is, again, is something that could be used with other science fiction or science fantasy RPGs, because there's, even though this is a Starfinder product, if you are running other RPGs that are set in space, this is something that could still be incredibly useful. Like, one of the other RPGs I have is the Star Trek RPG, and I would use these tiles in that game if I was running something and they were on a space station, or even for corridors on a starship. Honestly, like, there's just a lot of stuff that you can sort of do with these tiles. So I think that these are a great accessory and something you should definitely consider checking out, especially if you are running science fiction, science fantasy RPGs, with Starfinder obviously being the primary one for the purposes of this video. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of these tiles? Now, the one drawback with the tiles is that they can slide around, so they're not necessarily, they can be sort of shifted accidentally with ease. But there are ways around that. People have suggested getting some of like the thin rubber mats from you can get them from dollar stores, and these things would stick really well to that. This play mat that I have here, that I use to keep stuff from getting scratched on our table, the underside of it is really grippy as well, and I've used some tiles on them in the past, and they don't go anywhere. So that's a way sort of getting around that. But overall, this is an absolutely fantastic product, and like I said, let me know what your thoughts are on them. Let me know if you've used any of these sort of tile sets in the past and what your experiences with them were. But I really love these, and I'm looking forward to getting the City starter set as well as some of the expansions, so I can't wait. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care.